I'm Donnie Brown, and I got the call it was on the scanner, and I live down on Star Mill Road, and I couldn't believe when it came in. I couldn't believe what they said on the scanner. I thought that I just couldn't, that was just something out of our category. And young as we was, the squad, and it was really foggy. And I looked up and got behind the highway patrolman, and I followed them all the way to the scene. And there were several people already there when I got there, but we just done what we had to do, and done mainly what I was asked to do, and what have you. And it was just unbelievable. The biggest light we had at the moment was about a 3-cell flashlight. So we had to get lights from the fire trucks turned on, and you didn't know where the road stopped at or whatever, and it was just really a bad situation, and we couldn't get the equipment down to where it needed to be, and it just took a lot of teamwork. It was just washed away. I mean, it was just the river was up a little. It wasn't like it was really at its lowest point, and that created, like, the bridge fell, and it was sweeping all the water into our side right at that area, and it was just you put a boat in and it might go no telling where. So they finally tied ropes to the boats, got the motors on them, and done what we could do, and then best I remember, they left the ropes tied to the boats in case something happened. And unfortunately, one of the motors, we lost the lower unit on one of the motors. And J.D. Welburn, he was our captain, and he called me and asked me, because he knew I had ski boats, and he asked me, did I know where we could get another motor at? And I said, yeah, I can get you a motor. And so Earl Dunn and myself, 1 o'clock in the morning, left the scene with the motor in the back of my truck, my personal truck, and we went to Midway Tire Marina on 21 and woke the man up and owned the store. And he answered the door, and I had to tell him my name before he would open the door. And Earl and I were up there, and I told him what happened. He said, let me get my clothes on, and I'll be right on out. And so he came on out, and we went up to the boat place, and he put a brand new 9.5 horsepower Mercury in a barrel, cranked it up, and made sure to run. And he said, take that one, if that one breaks, we got 2 more left, and we'll try to fix the old one. If we don't, you can have the new one. And so we left there, and JD told me to get some gas somewhere, because we had a little gas issue back in '75, if y'all remember that. And I went back to my house, and I had gas that I had there to go where I used to go to work. So I took 3 5-gallon cans and put them in the back of my truck, and took that back with me with us to the scene. And so we wouldn't run out of gas, because we didn't have nothing but what little bit of gas was on the boat trailer and the trucks. And speaking of the boats, when we first started, we didn't have boats. And you got a river on 2 sides of the county, and here we're sitting with no boat. So my wife worked at AT&T. They had a little club in their department. It was a Pioneer Club, Western Electric Pioneer Club. And they gave away stuff one time a year to organizations that were volunteers. So she asked me, what did we need? And I told her we need a boat and a trailer and a motor. And she came home a couple weeks later and told me that they had all voted to get us one. And then the next year, shortly after that, they gave us our next one. And so we wound up with two. They gave us two total in time, but that's how we wound up with our first boat, motor, and trailer. It was a gift to us through that, and luckily we, it just, good Lord looked after us. So it's we used that boat. We used that boat a lot. We knocked holes in it. I patched it with plastic steel, and Jeff's been through this too. And you knock a hole, you plug it up, and keep on going. But anyway, I hope it holds. But yeah,
we still got one of them.
We've come a long way. Everybody here that's in it now is just, we were advanced first aid. We thought we were doctors, and and now they're paramedics in the squad, and they think they're surgeons. So it's anyway. But we got a good group of people in the rescue squad. All the members that I've come in contact with, they're super people. They're very caring, and I'll say, go out on a limb and I'll say our motto is patient care is number one. That's our first objective, patient care, and that's what that's what I've always thought. And people has asked me about how many people were over at the bridge that night. I couldn't tell you how many people that were in the river that we didn't save. I can't tell you how many people we got out, because that wasn't in my mind. My mind was to do what we had to do to get done what was done. We didn't go over for glory or to be seen or whatever. Yeah, the river ain't your friend. I mean, if it can put you down, it'll put you down. Jeff, everybody here that's been in the river with a boat knows that the river's going to do what it wants to do, and you got to deal with it. You got to figure out what you can do to get by. I growed up running a little old flat bottom boat down between Forsyth and Yaggin in the river, and that helped me a lot. But I ran the boat over there some after it got daylight. We traded off, and what have you, and it was a very tiresome thing from 9:30 to what 4 or 5 o'clock the next day. We finally got back over here. I guess it was. I don't remember. It was all day. I remember that. You have to be alert all the time. The water can be totally calm at 1 minute, and you can go 10 feet, and it might be pushing you sideways. I mean, that's just a river. I mean, and you never know what's on the water. So
while you're trying to save lives, you're trying to keep yourself alive.
Yeah, you gotta look after yourself, and if you're running a motor, you gotta look after everyone who's in the boat with you, and plus, try to get them to get to whoever you're trying to get out of the river.
What vehicle were you driving that night?
I drove my own truck, my personal vehicle.
And how did you hear the call?
On the scanner, yeah.